Welcome to the fourth episode of the United States breakup is what I'm going to call it now, or Civil War scenario, but it really is drifting away from Civil War. Missouri's the only neutral nation out of all these nations, but Kansas is I'm in the Eastern Alliance, and I also really think Missouri and I have been pretty good allies ever since the Kansas City Purchase. I'm going to request for them to shift the line a little bit over to capture Missouri so they can let Missouri in. And it doesn't interfere with anything because they didn't fully move it like this to where no longer the Dakotas can be in it. So officially, every single state is in there now. After the Russian War, it had been pretty eventful, but later, a lot of places decide, we're gonna help aid some of the worst people in the like New Amsterdam, Puerto Rico, Hawaii, and Las Vegas, and Nevada, so they can all be alive countries, which are all decent sizes. But while that happens, they are sick and tired of this little peninsula being Virginia's. So what they do is they declare war. Virginia first goes through here and swirls around that, trying to take the whole peninsula, as no one can really reach. West Virginia specifically is getting targeted by Virginia, and you're maybe asking, how are they this strong? I don't know. West Virginia. Honestly, I just needed a plotline. Now everyone is being able to push them back now, because they are very weak. And now people know not to mess with this alliance, because then that will get NATO. That's from last video, and I just was watching it, so no one's going to really be able to get down here without boats. So nothing's going to happen over there. These guys are just sending aid. Same with these guys. So it's basically a Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania war. And West Virginia is going so good. Yeah, they're basically down to that, and that's when they surrender. And they draw the new borders. So yeah, Pennsylvania gains all of that now, which will be exchanged around a lot more. Virginia is now puppet state, our first puppet state, which we'll just signify by making this lighter and then filling them in. Doesn't interfere with that color. So now that a bunch of places are weaker and not as good, something happens with a giant union. These two nations, with their very little population, decide, instead of being in an alliance with a little population, they unite to get better population. And they were able to successfully join that alliance. Over here, Florida isn't doing that good, but no one cares. But Panhandlia really isn't the strongest nation after the war, but they can hold out from not combining with Texas or Oklahoma. So they stay like that. And there's a giant war now. Everything's going to war. We're just gonna write very down here. What are the sides? Side 1. No, wait, maybe I should do it a little bit smaller. Side 1 would be yellow. Yellow, lime, dark blue, and dark purple. That's team 1. But then there's green, cyan, dark green, and then the tealish color. I think that's all of them. On one side we have dark blue. I think that's all of them. Yup. So weird, yellow and lime are getting along with each other, which is very hard. But they have to do it. So the first thing that happens is yellow makes their expansion south into South Carolina through North Carolina. They were obviously never going to get along, I think. Then and lime starts their invasion into the Eastern Alliance, I think. Yeah, lime, dark, lime and green. So lime makes pretty good advancements through Illinois. Let's go Panama route. Yeah, they're thinking of making a canal to kind of separate this border with Illinois. Kind of like, it will go like that and then go down there. And it will just kind of go into the Mississippi River. Which I don't know where that is, but no one really cares anyways. So they cut off northern Missouri, which collapses because it's not that strong of an area. Southern Missouri starts getting wrecked. And then lime starts their invasion into dark purple. Dark blue, which also includes NATO, start going into New Amsterdam. Panhandlia is in the dark purple with the dark blue, so they're actually good, but dark green is where they go wrong. So they start invading Louisiana and Oklahoma, which is funny because that's who they used to be against. And they go for teal next. Which means over here is just a central area for Panhandlia. Dark purple starts invading some lime. They've never gotten along. And they start to get Missouri. They start going to get Missouri back. Because Iowa. And they start invading. So do they to cut off this area. Which capitulates. Which is... These nations start fighting. This is complete, utter chaos. Dark blue goes into here. Hawaii sends pins. Alaska makes a north invasion through the north. By the way, did I tell you that North America or that Alaska joined NATO after the incident. Give me 1 second, my cat wants to get out of my room. So they make an invasion up in Washington, or not Washington, Cascadia, and there's a city called Washington, Cascadia there. Same with the city of Idaho and the city of Oregon. I'm kidding, but they start cutting down for Oregon, which is when their capital is over in Idaho, which is the Idaho one, because they were the last to join, which means they needed a capital still. Some rebels from Washington and Oregon up here, which don't. Idaho rebels up here the biggest, as there's no way that they can warp around. They connect to that, and they connect to they connect to the Idaho border, and start continuing through there, and then yoink some land, like that, which is when the green group decides to leave this war. So we're gonna draw their peace treaty. Las Vegas gains some land. California gains a little land. Alaska decides to give a switch of this land. The Washington land, the Oregon land, which is way bigger than Oregon, and I just realized that I could probably give some more to Washington. Sorry, I have a song stuck in my head if you're hearing dot da dot da da. Which borders absolutely suck. The Oregon is stunning. And the Idaho, they all go by their names. They didn't take Idaho though, and then they keep this little panhandle. And then over here, they just go with a lot of the invaded borders, because it's easier since they already have their troops there. So that's what happens to Kansas, Missouri, so now all these nations are out of the war, which means we can erase the Green Nation. And this is going to start happening all throughout. Oh, shoot. And now, since they can't really go for that, they start to focus now on the teal, which is where we're going to start to focus, since we're going to go one piece of the war at a time. But happening over in the East Coast, the yellow and the lime and the dark blue against the light blue, right? Yeah, the cyan. So this is kind of what progression they made. and some more into... Wait, wrong group. I was thinking that we were still over here. But on that topic with the purple, they get cut in half. And purple decides they're going to be the next one to surrender. Their award aid pack, and for them being in a war isn't helping the war aid, because then they're going to need more expenses. But a lot of their members, including Manhandlia, which is my favorite, not biased, but they start drawing up their borders, which are trash because they're army borders. This was kind of the last straw for them anyways. Sorry, I've been silent. I'm just working on the borders and thinking about some of the stuff. But yeah, purple. Oh wait, I have to get Las Vegas. And that's when they decide to end this war with the right side winning. This side right here. So I'm going around now to go finish off any borders that I need to do. I'm gonna do one quick scan. Sorry, I wanted to get a big thing in because I haven't been recording for a while. So we'll end the recording as soon as I finish getting this erasing down. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate if you watch, and I'll see you next time.